Well, in answer to the first question, of course it applies to us. So our profits were satisfactory. They were well down on last year and well down on where we'd hoped they would be. But we did make a profit, and yes, we are taking on more aircraft. We have committed to those aircraft, and our growth plans remain in place. The number of people we're carrying has actually increased over this time last year, but the amount of money they're paying is less. So we are in the same kind of economic circumstances, all of our peer group, some of whom are represented today. So the situation is no different for us than for anybody else. As far as my take on it today, it's an interesting time to hold a forum like this, of course, with the world in recession and the aviation world particularly badly hit by all of this at this time. We are seeing yields go down by 30%. We're seeing, with the exception of us, we've seen loads coming off. Cargo has gone down by 30%. So to be in a forum that's discussing regulation and pricing and charges and investment of airports, it's in some respects it's slightly artificial because we are in the worst possible situation we have found ourselves in for the last 70 years. Nevertheless, there's been a lot of debate here this morning and this afternoon, and the range of subjects have been very interesting, particularly for me, because I don't really come from a regulated environment as far as the Gulf states are concerned. So hearing the angst that goes on here and the one side of the regulators, the airport authorities trying to make their way, trying to get their investment levels right, getting the rate of return right for their investors, at the same time meet the requirements, which are pretty punitive in some respects, of the airlines, has been a very interesting experience for me. I'm very much aware now of the complexities of the airport requirements, as I said, from their own stakeholders, their owners if they are privatised, the requirements of the airlines that serve those particular places, and the regulators who are behind the scene, ensuring that the landscape, the playing field is a level one, and that the consumer interest, the people who use both the airports and the airlines, are protected against market power, monopoly positions, etc., etc. That's been quite an interesting dialogue to witness, because in my career, I've been, let's say, out of the picture for quite a long time, although we serve many places in the regulated environment. Seeing the way they go about trying to get things right is quite interesting.